Good morning, everybody. Sorry for the slight delay. I've done a really good presentation on Sam's longest day Zoom meeting at the moment. Let's see if we can remind myself what I was talking about earlier. So then we'll start off with the synoptic situation. So this was as of midnight last night. The cold fronts right over the centre of the country, and that's what brought the rain. And that's wheeling its way slowly now to the east. If I run through to midday today, you can see it's a weakening affair now. It's over at East Anglia thereabouts by 12 o'clock, and we're left in a little area of a little ridge of high pressure between that cold front that's whistling away now, and then the next approaching warm front, which won't affect us today. Spot winds are giving 270, 280, 10 knots pretty well for all flying heights for the day. And here is the actual cloud forecast. You can see that rain associated with that weakening front is now heading off to the east. We've got a lovely ridge of high pressure in the middle, which will be the area we can pretty well utilise today. Interesting line of clouds here, which there may be a little trough line or something coming through. So if you do head off that way later on, you might want to keep your eye on that. I haven't got any more information on it at the moment. Actual rainfall radar, as you can see, whizzing through now. It's around about Oxford, and it will be passing us around about 10 o'clock. If I run this back now, so the rain we've got, so just talking about, is there, and that's going to pass through it by around about 10 o'clock local, and then we'll clear for the rest of the day. Local forecast is indicating overcast initially for the first part of the morning, with that rain stopping around about 10 o'clock, and then clear and bright for the rest of the day. Steady northwesterly winds and possible gusts of 15, 18 knots thereabouts. We'll look at that later. GFS is indicating max temperature today 21 degrees and dew point down at 12. Odium METAR is giving 8 knots from the west. They don't do a TAF at the weekends. And Farnborough is showing 18 knots from the west-southwest. Scattered cloud at 1400, which we have outside at the moment, and broken clouds at 2,800 feet. So they're talking scattered and broken with the rain first thing, and then after 10 o'clock local, Viz increasing to 7,000 meters. It's got rain showers down there, but I'm not convinced we're going to get that. Once that frontal system's gone through, we should be fine. Top mid show is indicating actually that when we do get going, certainly down to the southwest will be the best area to play if you can get there. We're under some weaker weather where we are now. And if I run through the actual thermals strengths for the day and cloud base, you can see that this is 10 o'clock. This will be 10 o'clock. So you can see where that rain is coming through with no thermal activity here. And then if I run it through around about 12 o'clock today, we're going to have Q here to about 3,000 feet. Interesting that trough line or whatever I was mentioning there. You see it's got a big patch of blue in that part of the country, but otherwise cumulus here to about 4,000, 4,500 feet perhaps. That trough line area is staying there throughout the day. There'll be thermic within it, but it'll be blue. There'll be no cumulus. And if I run through there till 5 o'clock this evening, it's still saying 4,500 foot cloud base with cumulus here, so it should be reasonable. SkySight sort of acknowledges what Top Meteo is saying, as in the better soaring conditions are going to be down to the southwest away from us. There is an area up here which does look very good, but for reasons various I'll mention in a minute, we need to stay well clear of that. There's a huge NOTAM right in the middle of what we'd call our soaring day. And locally, SkySight is indicating once that rain's gone through, we get a bit more sun on the ground. Cloud base rising to about 3.5, and then 4,500 foot a little bit later. Winds 8 knots from the northwest. Okay, NOTAMs. There are a lot of NOTAMs that are affected today, and I'll concentrate more on the big wad of the blue circle in the minute. But the fundamental of the other ones, we've got the Barton Stacey, we've got Campbell, we've got Aston Down, of course. So you need to stay well clear of them. And I'll concentrate on this lot in a very, very short period of time. So then, operationally today, let's look at this NOTAM. So there's a huge area of the country, all being controlled by Bryce Norton, that is going to be out of use for all of us predominantly, well, it's actually active at the moment, but it's gonna be cancelled. There's two, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. So the morning one's pretty well going to be cancelled now. But this one's going to affect us from 2:30 till 3:30 local time, and it's fundamentally all of the area within Campbell, Aston Down, Fairford, Brize Norton, and its various heights. The NOTAM is quite clear. I'll put a copy of it on the launch point vehicle along with this map that I've got here. But fundamentally, anywhere between surface and flight level 105 in this area today, between 2:30 and 3:30 local is going to be a problem. Not 2:30, it's going to be 3:30 down there. I'll update that. Okay, so otherwise, no planned movements today. This rain is forecast. We've had it, and it's just about to, the last bits are just about to wander through. And I hopefully just after 10 o'clock will be clear with Q base 3.5 up to maybe 4,500 feet later. Westerly winds all day. We'll set up a runway 27. Ron has already got the launch point vehicle out. The winch is out ready. If we do have an appetite for a club grid and there's not enough room on the runway, we'll set that up in the usual place on the grass north side. We do have the luxury of 4 K21s now. We flew 773 last night. So we have 2 K21s on the booking list with Chris Harrison and Ross Stewart. 773 is actually adapted kit for disabled flying. Paul Roberts, bless him, he hasn't been able to fly for 3 or 4 months because 781 has been offline. So we need to give him priority on 773. We'll get the adapter kit fitted and Colin should be able to help us with that. But Paul will need a quick check flight. We've got a willing volunteer to sit in the back with him for a couple of launches. Otherwise, K21 and K13 on catalyst and a K13 on trial lessons. I'm quite comfortable if we have the capacity just to use a K21 for the trial lessons and 2 K13s on the catalyst. I'm comfortable with that. We'll see how it works out. All other single seaters are booked except SH2 and SH4. Good comms, that's working well. We've saved a few issues having the radio, so please listen out if you are towing. And a reminder, if you're towing glider 773, for example, you're going to be buggy 773, so please listen out for that. And the simulator is available all day. Booking lists, as we can see, we got full student capacity for our instructors. They're going to be busy, and the guys who booked the single seaters, you know who we are. Unfortunately, we had a little dink with SH7 yesterday, so that's offline for an unknown period of time. But we have got SH8 back online. So operationally today then would be on runway 27, usual grass south. Grass south. A club grid, if there's a lot of gliders, we'll have a usual place. Otherwise, grid on the Aeroto side. And any stragglers are not quite sure when they want to go or where they want to go, just add on the end and we'll pull you out and we'll get you airborne as and when we can. Okay, thanks very much then, guys. I shall see you out on the airfield shortly. Bye.